Starting. Yes, right?
Yep. Go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anita, and I'm actually an offline teacher. I prefer teaching offline groups, and I was supposed to be talking about creating personalized classroom audio materials for your students. But I'm not going to be talking about this today. Somehow this week, the topic of online seemed to be much more relevant, and that's why we decided to change my topic. And I know a fair bit about online because I have an online project for teachers, and so I've been doing that online as well for more than a year. But again, for now, I mostly teach offline groups, and this week I had to move them to online, as many of you have had to do it too. And I'm going to share my experience, and I'm not the first speaker, I'm right in the middle, so I guess you're rather tired by now because there's so much useful information and so many things to learn. So for now, you can relax a little bit. My talk will be, I would say, more motivating than practical, so you can take your time, take a cup of tea and listen to my story. I'm gonna share a personal failure. So I failed real big last week when switching to online, and I'd like to share it with you so you're not that stressed about your online teaching. So the plan, is to share my experience, the lessons I learned from it, and I'm also going to add a little bit of practical stuff. So I'm going to answer 2 questions I had to answer about Zoom about 100 times this week, I think. And I'm going to save my time, your time, by sharing it in just 2 slides. But of course, you can't become an online teacher after just, listening to a 10-minute talk, or even after having done it for a week. And if you need extra help about, knowledge about Zoom or something, first of all, check the Zoom videos on YouTube, but you could also ask me for some materials, and I'll be happy to share them with you. So first thing you need to do, if you're in the same situation and you have to move your classes to online, is to get ready to prepare. I think that maybe we sometimes forget about it, but online is not only about tools and Zooms and Quizlet, it's also about the equipment you have. And so this is my office, my home office that you can see. I was lucky that I bought a web camera and a selfie tripod ages ago. So you can see them here. And this what makes my teaching life a little bit better. And I'll tell you why. Yeah. Also, important stuff to have when you teach online is a cup of coffee, a glass of water, and hand cream, because I'm sitting next to a radiator and I really find this very useful. So going back to the camera and tripod thing, the other day I asked, on my Facebook, I asked my friends, like, what problems do you have with your students switching to online? And somebody shared that some of the students don't want to switch the camera on. If you have the same problem, please send something to the chat. And one of the reasons why students don't want to switch their camera on is that, and not only because they want to do some stuff they don't want you to see, but also because they don't like themselves on camera. So I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but sometimes you turn your camera on and you look ugly and you don't like yourself. Have you ever had this? When you switch your laptop, start Zoom class, and your makeup is there, your background is okay, everything's nice, but it just don't want to see yourself in the camera. This usually happens is because of the wrong equipment. So here are 2 screenshots. I know that they seem a bit similar maybe now, because yes, I took them yesterday, and the light was good it was a sunny day. But here you can see me without camera. It's my laptop, my laptop camera, the pre-built one. And this is same me, same second, maybe second later, with the camera and the tripod. So I look different. I like myself more in this picture. The camera kind of looks down on me, but it makes my face look slimmer. Yeah, and because it's a camera. It's a web camera, it's not a professional camera or anything, but it makes my skin look better and everything. So if you're going to spend so many hours online, I do recommend you to buy something like this. So you can add it to your shopping list together with all the food we're buying right now, and you'll enjoy your online experience much more. And you can also recommend your students to do that, because it will make their experience better. I guess they will be loving lessons more when they see a nice picture of themselves. So next step is switching your students to online. Yeah, when you have the equipment and everything. And here is my failure story. Last week I had to have my first online lesson with my usually offline group. They work for a telecom company, and I was surprised that they didn't want to go online, but in the end they agreed. And our lesson was our lessons usually start at 8:30, and on Thursday, our first online lesson, when I was supposed to teach them how to use Zoom, I wake up at 9:10. Can you imagine? 40 minutes into the lesson already, I wake up. So I believe you can't do worse, you know? This is the worst thing you can do, is oversleep the lesson where you're supposed to encourage your students to go online. This is what I read on my screen. So if the experience is funny, please make comments that it's funny, because it is funny. And I start reading this chat, and I can see that basically the notice that I overslept because they were there. I wasn't. And then I keep scrolling down, and then I see this amazing phrase: "We can test Zoom anyway," they decide. I'm so lucky. And when I read this, I was like, okay, I went to wash my face, and then I wrote a very apologizing text like, "Sorry guys, I overslept and I'm really ashamed. I'm never going to teach again," or something. And then I received this. Can you believe it? This is my elementary student writing. Like, you connect, like, "Teacher, are you coming? Yeah, we're here. Where are you?" And you can see it's like already 40 minutes into the lesson. And then she says, "Yeah, we're doing exercise number 1. So what happened is that they started testing Zoom, and then they decided, okay, they're there, Zoom is working. They can have a lesson without the teacher. So I'm sharing this story with you because I learned a very important lesson, is that, first of all, and I don't have it on the slide, that we should give our students like more credit, and they're capable of more than we expect from them. And sometimes we need to give them a little bit more autonomy, but also this urgent and temporarily transition to online is not our responsibility. Yeah, it's not us teachers who created this, and it's not, we're not making our students switch to online. We're just helping them, and we're providing high quality English lessons in very new circumstances for us, and we're in this together with our students, so we can learn together. And don't be afraid if you don't really know how to use Zoom. You can share it with your students, and they will, you'll do it together. And anyway, I'm pretty sure that nobody's going to oversleep their lessons like I did. So anyway, your week is going to be much better than mine. But I think my students really enjoyed that I, showed them that I'm a human being. Anyway, some tips about Zoom, because Zoom is the best tool for lessons like this. The breakout rooms, the feature we need to split students into groups, is free. It's always free. Basically, free Zoom and paid Zoom have absolutely the same features. The only thing that in free Zoom, your lessons should be shorter, but now I think they canceled this for so many countries and for Russia as well. So, but to enter the breakout rooms, you need to set them in the meetings. So you need to go to the Zoom profile settings on the website, go to advanced, and then click this little thing. And only then you'll have this feature on your app. And only on your computer app. You can't have breakout rooms on the phone. And so the breakout rooms will be here. This 4 squares, or if they're not there, you press here and they'll be here. This is my tip number 1. Tip number 2, sound sharing. If your students can't hear you, it means that you haven't turned it on. When you share your screen, don't forget to tick here, share your computer sound. Or you can go to advanced features in sharing screen and just choose the computer sound only, and then your students will hear you. I guess this is all my 10 minutes. If you need any materials on online, PM me, I'll send you something that I have. Follow me on Facebook, on Vkontakte. I'm Anita Modestova. I'm the only one. Oops, this is my timer. I'm the only one on every social media. And I also have a project for teachers. It's called Teachers Teach Teachers. I hope I'm not breaching any copyright with Rob, who has teachers teaching teachers. I just learned it yesterday that we have a little bit mix up here. And send me an email or drop me a line if you need any help. We have some materials done together with my Teachers Teach Teachers community, then we can share with you. That's it, I guess. Thank you. I'm going to read the chat now.